Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Racist Driving League for Season 18, Round 12 of the Championship. Welcome to the British Grand Prix here at the fabulous, historic birthplace of Formula 1. Welcome to Silverstone. I'm your host, Zach RC, taking you through all the action of what should be a very entertaining race. Our third 100% race of the season, of the 6 that make up this championship. And it should be very, very entertaining indeed as we continue on with our full campaign of motorsport action here at, well, as I say, the birthplace of F1. The first Grand Prix held back here in 1950, long time ago. It feels like an eternity since we've last been here, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what this evening has in store for us over our short qualifying session and, of course, the 58 laps. So then, first few cars out on the racetrack then to get this qualifying session underway, being led out by Red J's Mercedes. And behind him is one of the Ferraris that will be... I'll double check. That will be Daniel Aron. Dan is currently sitting in third place in the World Championship, 64 points off the lead. Salve Grumio, after taking a penalty last time out, struggled later on to a 10-second penalty in Austria, hampered his race and a chance for another victory. But as it stands, he is 40 points clear of Dan's teammate Che in the standings. But Che comes into this race as the defending winner of the British Grand Prix and a full season since his full-time return to the league back in Season 17. Took victory at the first time of asking, took a few more across the campaign. Of course, kept the campaign off last time out with a thrilling win in the reverse grid finale in Portugal. So we'll see what he's got. Can he go back-to-back at Silverstone? He's won here twice before, once in Season 14. Funnily enough, the last time he tangled with Grumio for the championship. And this time around he's going again, but this time he's a bit away behind here in terms of points. 40 points on the board, just 2 wins in this season. A lot of work to be done if we want to try and reel in the championship leader and the reigning RDL champion. So coming into the last few corners here, we're taking on a lap of Silverstone, obviously remodified for F124. Che of the line in start his first lap, going down towards Abbey turn 1, the right-hander. Can get towards the middle of the track and sweeping in for that right into immediate left turn 2. The track a lot flatter than in recent years, because you always used to have that little incline going into turn 2. Into Village here and down towards the loop, turns 3 and 4. Good exit there, DRS in play. He comes out of turn 5 and down the Wellington straight for the first time under the bridge and towards turn 6. Of course, the grandstand's there waiting at the left-hander. And he goes now into turn 6 and into Luffield now. Turn 7, you want to try and go a bit further out away from that curb on corner exit. And now down towards Woodcote, turn at number 8, and of course down towards the iconic Copse, turn 9, of course, the place where Hamilton and Verstappen famously came together in the opening lap of the 2021 British Grand Prix. Hamilton went on to win that day after coming back through the field after that penalty. Going down towards turn 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Magnus and Beckett, the iconic couple of corners here. And there's a Haas in the way of Che's Ferrari. Gets out of the way just in time. And Che now had down the hanger straight up towards Stowe. Turn number 15 on the circuit. 18 corners on this track. Into the last sector now. Imrie first time on the board. 1 minute 26.4 for Haas. That'll be Pope in the Haas, who just went around. Sorry, Che went around. Into turns 16 and 17, down into turn 18 and back down the Hamilton straight to complete his first lap. Che fastest, 1 minute 26.245. You just watched the provisional pole lap from Che Oliver. Fantastic job there. Of course, formerly Che Oliver, he's now just Che. Imrie here in second place now. Dan in third, 126.5. Matthew fourth, reserving time in the Aston Martin. He's got 1 minute 27.3. It's a bit of work to be done there. In terms of the championship, 3 drivers still yet to score in this campaign. Hopefully today will be the day for one of them at least to get their name into the points. So we're looking at Red J in the Mercedes, of course one of the drivers who is obviously his home race, as the case for many drivers on the RDL grid this season. Yoglu and AT, both of them yet to score for Aston Martin. AT's not here, Matthew is taking the place in his stead, and Grumio goes fastest there, 1 minute 25.870 from the reigning champion. So a bit of work still to be done for the cars behind to try and close up to him. Grumio has been one of the standout drivers at Silverstone in recent years. Feels like a while though since he's managed to take victory at this circuit. And Landor, last week's winner, is out on the circuit. Of course, those of you who missed it, a fantastic conclusion to the race. Landor ran the lead pack throughout the majority of the Grand Prix, but in the closing stages where he came alive, managed to swipe the lead, and thanks to being the only driver, actually, he had 3 seconds worth of penalty, but thanks to Grumio holding up the field behind, Dan was able to catch on the podium, and Landor was able to come through, swipe the lead, and actually gained the 3 seconds he needed, all in the last 2 laps, and managed to take his first victory of the season. The question now being, can he go back-to-back in this week's race? It should be very insane to try and find out. Of course, 52 laps. Silverstone, quite a challenging circuit, quite a bumpy circuit. Of course, one of the key highlights of the circuit, one of the lowlights rather of the circuit, being the bump at the exit of Stowe, going down towards turn 16. It's all on the left-hand side of the track. We've seen drivers in the past go over that, so it's crucial to avoid doing that at some point during the race. So Landor into the pits at the end of the first run, having invalidated through Maggotts and Beckett. We've got one bolt on a fresh set of soft tyres and go again. And Grumio's disconnected from the session, but fortunately, obviously tries that time on the board. Pope in third place right now, 1 minute 26.476, just 2 thousandths in front of his teammate Imrie. Pope was invalidating a second lap there. So likely bring it into the pit lane, of course. Just a short qualifying session, 18 minutes. And of course from that, the leads the Grand Prix. Obviously goes third, fastest there, 1 minute 26.315 on the board. Grumio rejoins, not a concern there for the reigning champion. Top 10 as it stands, and Grumio is on pole, followed by Che, then Websy, Pope and Imrie around the top 5 out. And it's Dan, Cott, Reserve, EJ, Ben the McLaren, and Matthew, the other reserve, lines up in the top 10. Of course, both those 2 cars managed to make it into Q3 in Austria last week. Fantastic job done from both of them. Obviously, no Q3 to get into this time, but both can try and nail a top 10 start here in their respective Sauber and Aston Martin. Of course, PJ is still in the Saturday, but EJ, sorry, is replacing Ethan in this evening's Grand Prix, and Matthew is replacing AT. So stick waiting on 5 cars lap times here. Possessed Gamer is going through to complete his first lap. He'll be 1 minute 27.6, puts him just in front of his teammate. Landlord back in the pit lane, of course, invalidated that first lap. We just saw someone switch to the top of the time sheets. Who was that? That would have been 10th Cannon, I believe. Yes, it was. 10th Cannon in the Red Bull goes 7th fastest, 1 minute 26.770. Grimir retires. And you better hope that lap is enough to get him to keep him on pole, because that could be a concern for him. Should the other guys around him get faster. 2 Ferraris out on a separate run together. Che and Dan. To make their way through Magnussen Beckett once again. We've seen them do this before, this sort of team play in terms of slipstream. Dan is the car behind Che. Che has slightly more pace in terms of qualifying than Dan does, so Dan sticks in behind his teammate and tries to get a bit more of a tow. Grimir rejoins, but is obviously retired from the session, so could be in trouble in his last 10 minutes should Che or Dan improve. But of course, it is, if I check here, still about 4 tenths Che needs to gain this time around. So we'll see what he's got up his sleeve this time around. We saw him set the original pole time a few minutes ago. Yellow flag in the last sector, one of the Saubers stopped. That will be EJ. And a number of cars go through. One of the Haas cars being behind him. And that will be Imri. That's Che and Dan here. Down the Wellington straight for the second time. And Che down right now. There's still a bit of time to be gained over the course of the lap. Who's about 400 down going into turn 6. So the cops, you can take it more almost flat out here on the current games. Never used to be the case. So one thing, minus the bumps both in the game, the Silverstone remodification has been fantastic. Che still down this time. Dan is also down by 8 thousandths right now, so these two need to get a bit more out of these tyres and get the lead out in these closing laps. Imri's a 10th up, and that will put him in potentially as high as P3, but will definitely put him in front of Pope as it stands. Che towards the line. Can he make any improvements in this last sector? Will those people he lost where he gained some time back? Towards the flag. He improves by 300ths. Dan up by a tenth or two there. 27.3 out of time on the board. The 2 Haas cars now occupying the 3rd row of the grid. Caught there in 8th place, quarter for second up in the 1st sector. Not too bad a start at all. Landlord in behind. Landlord once again on a lap. He was 27.4 in the 1st sector. I'm going to get a bit of a slipstream off of Cott here, going down towards Cops. And we should see an increased effect there when it comes to the Magnussen Beckett onto the hangar straight. Just keep an eye on this lap as it makes its way up towards turn 10. The car smooth and under control. And avoid losing traction on the exit. We'll see what sort of time this looks like now. Mid 2.7. I'm not sure it is compared to Cott. We'll see what that stacks up into Stowe, turn 15. He's closed up to Cott. I'd say it's a degree or so faster than the Williams driver as he comes through the last couple of corners here. But a bit of a lock up there from one of the 2 cars. Landed off his line slightly. That could cost him a bit. And Cott sliding out turn 16. Towards the line. Landler goes 6th fastest. Cott, I'm not sure if he improved. But Landlord now splitting the 2 Haas cars, as is Dan, because Imri's gone 4th fastest, 126.3 on the board. Che still in P2, Websy still in 3rd place. The top 3 remains unchanged. Still waiting on 2 cars set lap times. Colin Goblin in the pit lane, as you often see him, and JB in the Alpine on his outlap. Zero's on a lap right now. Alvaro's on a lap. I think it's his next lap. He just put a time to put P10 on the board. He was 7 tenths up on that, so first time for him in the 26s. 9 thousandths off the 10th cannon in 9th place. Matthews at almost a quarter of a second up. An eighth of a second up on his previous effort. Out of Sector 1, but going to Sector 2 now. We'll see what he's got lined up. Again, obviously made Q3 last week. Made Q3 this time around. He's lost time there. He's lost about half the time he gained in Sector 1. So we'll see where about he stacks up. So he needs about just over half a tenth or so to get himself back into the top 10 again. So very few cars on the racetrack right now. Most likely we're lining up for the last runs. Matthew into P8 in the end. So a big gain in the last sector, 3.5 tenths. Puts him in with a 1 minute for 26.487. And that's right on the tail of Pope. JB invalidated his first lap, so coming through to start a second one here. Not a good start, and a bit of work to be done. Alpine here, the only team with only one car in the race. Curtis not with us at the moment. Unsure if he is joining us midway through qualifying. If I double check. So obviously we're missing a few full-time drivers. Obviously missing Ethan and we are missing AT. But Curtis is the one driver who is not here and we don't have a reserve for him. So only one Alpine in the race tonight. JP invalidates again there in his second lap. That's not fantastic for him. If he's not careful, he could be looking at a start at the tail of the field. And Red J coming down towards Stowe now. He's in 17th, 1 minute 27.893. So 3 minutes to go. And Grumir is looking strong going into this 100% race. No improvement in the first sector, 28.068, sector 1. 2.5 minutes to go. We're starting to see a few more cars now coming out onto the circuit, trying to be the last ones to get their cars over the line. Both the Ferraris out on the racetrack again. Same tactics being employed. Both of them waiting here. That is EJ on a lap. EJ improving a little bit. Was that slight tail he got off the Ferraris enough to gain much time there? Great control of that Sauber right now. P12 on the board. Looking to try and get both reserves into the top 10 for the second week running. Improving there, but again still by 600ths. And the two Ferraris behind them waiting for, I believe that is Ben to come through. One of the Haas cars on his way through as well. EJ up towards the line. We'll see what sort of time he's got in the bank here. He needs a bit more improvement to get himself into the top 10 from where he is now. Stays in P12, but it does improve though. Gets himself into the 26s. Imrie coming through. Didn't improve there. Into the last minute now, qualifying. Both Ferraris coming in now. Start their final laps. This time it's Dan in front, chasing behind. Clean air for both cars now. One of the McLaren sitting in there. Oh, car off! And that's Imrie off at turn Number 3. What just happened there? I think Imri's done lap-wise here. He's just sort of hanging on the grass here. Wait for these guys to come through. All clear. Che improving by about a 10th here. Still needs more. Unsure as to Dan's gap. Pope started his last lap. He's into P2 at this point. 1 minute 26.195. So that knocks Che off the front row. Unless he can get himself back onto it now. Checker flag has fallen. Matthew, the only car over the line. We'll keep an eye on the cars going through. 10th count out in the last corners. It's P10 at the moment. He'll stay P10. The next car's swing through the 2 Ferraris. Dan is down this time. Che is 2 tenths up. Still needs a bit more in this last sector. This could potentially be a pole lap if he nails it. Last 2 corners. Dan moves out the way. Che goes on through. What can he do? Can he nab pole position at the last? Up towards the line. P2 by 2,000th of a second. That is horribly close. Gut-wrenchingly close. In the latest moments of qualifying. And Grimier will narrowly look to hang on to pole here. Unless we see a late improvement, a massive late improvement from one of these cars further back. Perhaps from one of the cars in the top 6. Dan is in P6 right now. Imri's invalidated at P5 him at best. Websy could take 10 seconds, or looks to be on the second row. Pope coming through is out of the way in terms of his lap. Websy coming through to try to make some sort of improvement in these closing moments. 3rd and 5th, a good performance from the 2 Haas cars. Of course, Pope making his return to racing this week. Websy towards the line, any improvement on his front. Stays in 4th place, making a slight improvement though. JB to get a time in the end, 1 minute 27.238. Just going to get himself into P12 there at the flag. The last car's coming through. Last car being the Williams, I believe, of Cott. Nope, I'm incorrect. That will be the RB of Landau? Nope, Randall's retired too. Well, there you have it then. So Grimier on pole then. Narrowly. Again, just 2,000ths in it there between the 2 cars in the front row. We should be in for a fantastic 52 laps of racing here. So I'd say make sure to stick around for this one. This could be an absolute golden Grand Prix. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the British Grand Prix season. Oh, my controller disconnected. That was weird. We're just a few minutes away now from the Grand Prix actually getting up to the circuit here. Of course, Silverstone, the birthplace, considered by many to be the birthplace of Formula 1, of course, hosted the first ever British Grand Prix back in 1956. 1950, sorry, then I got the 6th wrong. Of course, there's the circuit. Of course, the graphic design by our very own JB. And it should be a fantastic 52 laps here. Of course, Che, the defending winner, only 26 laps last season, the half length as we normally run. But we're not too far away now from the race start. It should be a very exciting one. Of course, our third 100% race of the season. It should be an entertaining affair. Cut back now to our main feed on the circuit. Of course, Grumio and Che, who just missed qualifying, separated by 2/1000 of a second on the front row. That could be a very interesting run down to the first corner. In terms of should we get a safety car, that would be another question, because we often get at least one of those at Silverstone. It's been a while since I actually had one though, so hopefully everyone will keep things clean today. Just waiting now for the formation lap to get underway, and we'll see who's got what it takes to win over the course of the next hour and a half or so.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out.
So, a bit of a split strategy. A number of cars on soft tyres, a fair few on the mediums, and just one starting the hard. It's Red J from dead last.
As the cars make their way back to the starting grid to form up and get ready for lights out, let's hope the race ahead today is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books.
So Grumio then leads the field round. Che right in there behind him. Pope in P3, Websy 4th. Imrie rounds out the top 5. Lining up here, getting ready for the start. That short charge down towards Abbey. That's turn 1, the little right-hander. A good start from Che, but of course a long way to go in this race. Don't want to jeopardise it too early by doing something stupid. And Red J all by himself there takes the last spot on the starting grid. Waiting now for the lights. And we are stuck. Waiting for things to switch, we can get to racing. Been held here briefly, potentially could get some sort of stoppage prior to the race start. And I think it potentially could be stuck here in terms of the race start. Potentially we might have to look into restart in the lobby, which could be a brief wait for us for a few minutes. So we'll see if it gets called. Apologies for this, bear with us just for a moment. Oh, and there we go. Courtney Goblin taking his place in the grid. There he is. Courtney Goblin arriving late. How about that? That was quite amusing. Wondering where he got to. Well, there he is. Okay, so there we go. We have 19 cars now on the grid and getting ready for the lights to get this Grand Prix underway. Lights out, foot to the floor. It's go, go, go. We are underway here at Silverstone. Good start then from Grumio going down towards that first corner. Che Jackson to line in second place. Pope in third to go through turn number 1. Apologies for that. Go down towards turn number 3 now. Grumio leads away. Commanded the start without any real difficulty in those first couple of corners. Che didn't get off the mark as quickly as he should have done. And Grumio leads away. Down to 6th place down there. We'll continue charging through the field here. Matthew making moves. Stays in P8 on the start. It's all single file. He's on down the running to straight for the first time. And down towards turn number 6 on the circuit. A good start then from the reigning champion who leads away from the defending race winner. But does Che have any moves of his sleeve early on? Down towards Cops for the first time. No risk of a clash there. We're keeping it nice and tidy here. Websy trying to make a move, trying to get Landlord back for 6th place. See him moving side to side behind the RB there. Looking for an opening against Maggots and Beckett. Won't find one. And it's as you were for the majority of the field here. Of number of changes. Websy's down 3 spots in overall from the start of this lap. Obsessed down 2. Dan's gained 2 at the start. He sits in 4th place. Could be 3rd now. Goes around the outside of Pope going towards Stowe. Good move being made, but Dan has got some work to do now to try and catch his teammate, and of course Grumio is away the lead. The DRS about to get deployed as we complete the first lap of this race. Onto lap 2, then there is the race control mark. DRS is deployed, 32.5, the fastest lap for Grumio to kick things off. And everyone keeping it single file. That could change to go down the Wellington straight once again towards turn 6. That'll be the danger point, I think they're at this Grand Prix. And what will Che do in terms of battery here? Both Che and Grumio use a lot of their battery in these open lap. Pope's got a lot of his left. Of course, starting with medium tyres. There is. Have a look at your tyre choices. There is a tyre choice for everyone on the grid today. And Landlord challenging Imrie here, go through turn 6 and potentially to 7. Imrie holds him off for now. Solid stuff. There's the race strategy expected. We could be seeing a one-stop in this Grand Prix today. We'll see what the game plan is for a number of these guys. The majority of them being soft tyre starters. 10 of the first half. That's half the field, so soft the dominant tyre for this first stint. 8 cars on mediums and 1 car on the hards. That's of course Red J, who sits in dead last right now. Perhaps going for a longer first stint perhaps. Down the hanger straight, and Che will need the DRS to close back in on Grumio as they run towards Stowe once again. Landlord closing on Imrie but can't go for the move this time. 2 Salvas side by side there. EJ and PJ go up position. Number 12 on the racetrack. PJ around the outside, over the inside, off corner X, but keeping an eye on that bump, potentially going down towards 16. Got to keep an eye out for cars going over that, going side by side from corner X if you're not careful. 130.6 for Grumio as we begin lap 3. And the race now in full song. Che about 6/10 back from Grumio right now, but I imagine the gap will start opening a bit more now and close in because DRS will be in play once more. Everyone quite close together here to go through turns 4 and 5. We should see another move being made here. Pope leading this train. Dan about a second back from his teammate and now only just getting DRS. Imrie now passing Pope going into turn 6 to make that change for 4th place. And Landlord challenging Pope now as well. Keep an eye on Websy. He's going to try to get back at Landlord as they go through turn 7. Down towards Rutger, the right-hander. Side by side, these 2 cars are going towards Cops. Someone's got to give here. This could be very tight indeed. Websy's first in the corner and takes the place away. Imrie a bit wide there through Cops. So that could open up the door of Pope trying to make a move again. He's going back and forth. He's all to himself right now, but he's got those 2 Ferraris hunting him down, as they have done all season. But of course, today's race marks the halfway stage of this season's championship. And again, another move being made with the 2 Haas cars going back and forth. There goes Websy to the inside though. Imrie looking for, well, looking to defend from Websy with P5. Websy almost clearing him off the corner. And Imrie was back into the line, so P5 for Websy now. Here's your position changes from the first couple of laps. Dan and JB have gained 3 places each. PJ's gained 2. Ben has gained a penalty, so that's 3 seconds for him. And Pope is disconnected. Pope has disconnected. That was a confusing moment as they go down towards turn 6. 3 wide now. Pope's AI not using DRS, and as a result, he's got 2 cars coming at him. Cop makes the move. Alvar cannot. And Alvar now going for it on the inside. Out of turn 7. Pope rejoins. They'll be hoping to avoid problems with his wheel today. Of course, denied him 7 weeks, about a month ago in Monaco. He shuts the door and tip the cannon. Stay out some of the points for now. Che is close to Grumio, closer now than he was last time round. Che with a lot of DRS right now, a lot of ERS, sorry, as it stands. Pope rejoins, he is struggling here. We'll keep an eye on him. Grumio then going through turns 1 and 2 again. Being challenged by Che, who I imagine won't make his move going down until get towards turn 6, because there'll be a DRS zone in play should he try to go for the move now. It's the first opportunity for him to make a pass going into turn number 3. Change to the left hand side then. And looking for the lead here, and we'll take the lead. So there goes Che then into P1 for the first time today. Dan still there in 3rd place, it's closed up. It's 3.5 to Websy in 4th place. So it's Lionel 5th, Imri, Matthews 40 way up. Cott, Alvar and Ted Cannon rounds at your top 10. Pope in P12 and he's disconnected again. Early issues then from Slushy Pope, who continues to fall back from that P3 starting slot. Down 9 places here, not at all a good start. So that's down 4. Only five drivers have actually lost places so far in this Grand Prix. Everyone else is either moved up at least one or stayed where they are. Shea trying to defend from Grumio going towards Stowe once again. Grumio to the left hand side takes the lead away. Further back, Landlord closing Websy. Matthew and Imri going at it for 6th place. Train forming here being led by Websy, and that train going back to P9 Alvar. But almost 2 seconds back to 10th Cannon. It was a bit wide there through turn number 18. That can open the door for PJ to try and close in. Post being caught by JB and his train. It's JB, EJ, Ben, Obsessed, and Yoglu. Currently going about 2 seconds up from those guys. Red J further 4 back. The hard tires perhaps not the best call early on in this race. Shea reclaims the lead. Websy has got several cars just following in his wake here as they go towards turn 6 once again. Look at the tyre spins, incredible stuff. Just how visually appealing it all looks from the bird's eye view. Graphically, F1 24, one of the best games we've had in the series. It's just a shame that the other aspects of it seem to be lacking. EJ time penalty there, that's the second one handed out in these first 6 laps. And Shea trying to pull away from Grumio now, about half second in front. And Dan looks to try and get to Grumio first before he gets to Shea. Does the reigning champion close to this time? I don't think he does. Of course, this will bring the championship gap down to 34 points in the standings. Should Shea win the race and Grumio finish second. We've got a long time still, 46 laps we have to think about that. Websy continues to hold P4 right now. This train getting closer and closer together here. P4 to P9. Back in the game and controlling things from P12. Let's try and probably increase his gap on JB and the cars behind. Shea holds the lead this time. He's held it for about a lap or so. These guys are all close together, but no one close enough to go for a move just yet. So things will stay as they are for now. Dan actually closer now to Grumio than Grumio is to Shea. And could we see perhaps a move for second place? JB penalty there. Dan close. Grumio closing in though. A lot of time gained to go to the inside, not yet. Stays where he is. Yoglu penalty. Lando holding up Websy for 4th. Imri followed in close pursuit of those 2 cars, and they're broken away from Matthew, Cott, and Alvar. PJ's got 10th Cannon challenging him up towards turn 16. Pope still P12. Websy now passing Landlord, making that move stick. Well, holding off Landlord. In the spot already. Towards turn 3 again. Imri looking to try to get back in the fight here. Landlord over the curb at turn number 3 and into 4. Imri might seize his chance. I thought he was trying to look at a switchback for a second there, but not to be. Imri closing the gap. Simultaneously, Landlord closes the gap to Websy in 4th now. It's about half second covering those 2 cars. And these 3 here, you cover these 2 with blankets as they come through turn 7. And now to 8. Dan falling away a little bit here. Did he push a bit too much on his set of soft tyres to get himself closer to leaders? Doesn't look like it. He's still there. Top 5 all running soft tyres. Imrie the highest running car to start the mediums. That's the game plan for the two Haas drivers today. Both of them on the medium tyre. Same thing for the Saubers. Both Red Bulls on the mediums. Both only split is there for Aston Martin, of course. Got one car on the soft, one car on the mediums. That one car being Matthew on the softs. So lap 9 then, Shea holding the lead. And behind, it's still Websy holding P4 over Landlord. Matthew and Cock closing a bit more. Alvar's got some work to do to try and reel them in, but DRS is still be to his effect. Going out of turn 5. PJ is still being chased by 10th. Pope has put a bit of a gap on JB, about half a second now. But still has some work to do to get out of range those guys. And Ben making the pass now, Obsessed for P15. Those two side by side towards turn 3. Obsessed tries to outbrake the McLaren going into the 3rd corner. Into 4, he's still there. Ben gives him the room. Close to contact, both cars keeping it within the white lines and keeping it away from each other, crucially. Obsessed holds on to the place, only just. 10th now passing PJ to go through turn 6. So practically pushing the Red Bull there through turn 7. Into Woodcut again and down towards Cops. PJ looking for a toe. Further in front, it's all still Che right now. And Dan not getting close enough, but Landor getting closer to Websy to make that move. And Websy's sliding away a little bit there. Imrie could try and challenge him to the outside going into turn 16. Won't do it. Big block from Websy, goes over the curb in the same way Landor did. But Landor also has hold the spot and now is taken 4th. It's 3 seconds to the 3 leaders. So not exactly out of touching distance just yet, but still plenty to be done. Let's go want to close in. Clean race so far. 4 drivers with penalties as it stands. All of them 3 seconds for track limits. Cock making the pass on Matthew now for 7th place. We'll see if the Aston Martin can stay with him on corner exit, but Cock pulling away. Of course, Cock can get around Silverstone, pull off a near last to first drive. I believe it was last season. It could have been the season before. A remarkable job, but didn't do it in the end, but managed to snag a place on the podium. Of course, Che came with the win last season. He's on course to try and do that again now. Plenty of racing still to be done, and Dan looking to try and close with Romeo, go for that move, can't do it yet. Stays in line, the top 3 all together. There goes Websy to the outside, and Websy goes breezing back into P4 over Landlord. Imrie got behind these two, got a better run through Stowe arguably, and will go to the inside of the racetrack on the former champion, can't do it. Stays in line for now. Imrie biding his time, waiting for the opportunity, but just letting Landon know he's around. Pope can't shake JB's crew right now. Well, JB's train. We'll just slap a little bit here. Obsessed, Ben, and Yoglu will fall back. They're in a little train of their own. Pope, I believe, is closing in on 10th and PJ. Of course, those two still fighting for the last point in the order. Both on medium tyres. JB is on the soft, but it's also on medium. Alvar by himself now, 2 seconds behind Matthew, but 3.5 in front of PJ. With the inside of Landlord here going through turn 7, can't do it. He's struggling right now to actually try and make that move stick. Gonna be a bit wide there going through Cops. And Dan might try to take advantage. How close he is there, out behind the RB. Che back in the toe. And Dan is closing, but not as much as Grumio is. The Ferrari maintains P1 with a sandwich continues on. The Landlord again passing Websy. Needs to go back and forth. And Imrie, can he try and take advantage this time? He's on the outside. Websy, contact! And Imrie having to save the car there. That was very tight. A good recovery. And good job keeping it within the white lines and keeping it in position too. Now he's in a Williams sandwich. Websy in front, Cop directly behind. And Matthew behind him in P8. And Landlord in P4. Car in the pit lane here, that's obsessed. So no, that's Ben, the first car coming in. So soft tyres getting to the wear point now. Medium tyres going on. So we go to the McLaren. Grumio stuck here, and I imagine slightly frustrated they can't get around Che. Of course, these two had a spectacular duel in the first 100% race in Japan. Grumio took the win by about half a tenth on that occasion. And here's hoping these three are as close now as they are in 40 laps time. Websy again though closing on Landlord as well. Ball can make that pass. Going to the inside of the place. But Landlord trying to switch back here, back on the outside, potentially. Want to do a bit. Imrie go for it, maybe? Not yet. Still waiting on that move being made. Come on, Imrie, go for it. Don't keep us in suspense. Just keep up. Just make the move. See what happens. Make the pass win a prize. That's what we'll say for now. Chaser holding his lead, but Pope has closed up now. He's pulled away from JB and has closed up the battle between 10th and PJ. After 4 seconds to Alvar in front. PJ close to 10th on corner exit. Outside 5, PJ closing in. Go to the inside to make that move. And we'll clear 10th. 10th a bit wide there through Luffield. So PJ hang on to it's P10 for now. Caught the penalty a bit wide out of Cops. Imrie, Landlord, Websy. That's the second train of this race. And a bit deep there going through turn 12. And closing again. And this time Imrie closing in too. And Websy shuts the door, but Imrie tries the inside though. Goes into Stowe. It's alongside this time, but he's trying to stick his foot in it. Can't do it. But Landlord again taking P4 back. That's frustrating for Imrie, Matthew and Cott right now to be sat there watching having a front row seat for this battle. Imrie's got his hands full now, trying to challenge, being challenged rather by Matthew as they go through turns 2 and 3. Matthew doing a fantastic job right now running with these guys in the top 10. Of course, was running around this position last week before Justin got in the way of him. Into Cox once again, and these 5 cars continue to stay all together. And we'll see if the move gets made again for Websy. Up front, still Che, but Dan close now to Grumio. Will he go for it this time? He's making the move. Oh, close to contact between the 3 cars. 3 wide of the lead. Dan around the outside. The camera direction was so shoddy there from the game, but Dan, the inside, Dan takes the lead. Well. Besides some shoddy camera work from whoever's running the cameras for this thing, Dan now leads the Silverstone. Fantastic move. Driving looking for career win number 2 in the RDL. And Che has been flipped with his teammate. What a move. Caught in the pit lane here. Ended his first stint. But a bit early for medium tyres perhaps. There's wing damage on that car. They changed the wing on the Williams number 5. Hard tyres going on. Can he get those to the end of the Grand Prix perhaps? Let's wait and see. Dan holds the lead then with Grumio right with him on his tail. Shane in third. Remarkable stuff from these green brake drivers. Of course, this train now a car less. Carter made a stop. Pope's managed to dispatch now both PJ and 10th. It's up to P9. Let's start getting to work now on trying to close in on Alvar. Apologies, we missed this. This must have been a fantastic battle. But does PJ ever have to come back at Pope? And can 10th get involved as well? DRS of both cars. And DRS is strong here. PJ closing the gap. Going to the left hand side and taking P9 back. Tenth walking up there. The moves been made here. Matthew looks to try and challenge Emery for 6th place going into turn 3. Emery though right on the tail of Websy in the Williams. They come off turn 4 towards 5 now. Okay, Websy close the gap to Landlord going into turn 6. Can't do it for now. Opposed it, we'll stay in line. So the video is going to put in the bottom right of the screen. Che might fully well a little bit here. As of right now, still about 6 tenths back from the two lead cars. And Dan needs to hold his own with Grimir right behind him. Grimir already making that move there, pulling to the right side of the track, and Grimir takes the lead. And Che going through too. Yes, Che going through. Obviously Websy passing Landlord, Emery close behind again. Matthew being slightly left in the dust here. No calls to pit strategy wise as of yet. Putting her back in P9 over PJ in 10th, EJ in P12. Let's see around JB. Yogalu P14, Obsessed. Cart has made a stop. First car into the pit lane. Red J, Cottony and Ben. Oh, sorry, apologies. Lead 3 have already made stops in this Grand Prix. He's 4, sorry. So lap 17 then, nearing the halfway point of this race. Almost 2/3 of the way through. And again, these two cars going at it. Websy and Landlord, even on the outside of Websy there, going out of turn 7. Dan must be shoving Che there through Magnussen Beckett, but Che, I might as well try and swipe the lead back here, and this fight could be good again. If we're lucky. Che off the corner. Yes, big gains there on Grumio. Pulls to the outside, and we'll try and take the lead back. Goes to the outside, can't quite do it yet. Well, there's he is. Ibrey trying to challenge, can't do it. Matthew might try and challenge Ibrey now. Still single file, these 4 cars. Avar's in. Car in the pit lane. McLaren team making the change onto another set of soft tyres. Perhaps he's trying to go another 17, 18 laps on those. Perhaps set mediums or hards to the end with a game plan here. Grumio and Chase side by side the lead here. Grumio holds on to it. Chase still on the outside. Can't do it. He'll try and switch back on corner exit. That's a good run. Che to the inside now. Onto the grass slightly, but Che back to the race lead. Going towards Cops. Good move there. Caught Grumio completely unawares. So there's turn 9. Does Grumio come back at him though? If he does, going down towards Stowe again. To the outside. Takes the place. And now Imri trying to challenge Landlord here. And finally, Imri makes the pass, gets P5 back. Does Matthew try and get Landlord too? Can't quite do it. JB getting back around EJ. Going to Stowe. Goes way too deep. The EJ might come back at him on the outside now. Potentially. We'll see how these two fare going into turn 16. JB gets back in front. Close racing then on offer. JB sliding. Contact. And that's an end play off VJ's car. He had nowhere to go. And that would mean an early trip to the pit lane in a lap's time for EJ, who I imagine will lose a fair bit of time for JB. Frustrating, I imagine. The fight continues here. Grumio and Che still going at it. And Dan right behind them. Websy over Imri. Still. Landlord and Matthew. So we're looking around for passes here. EJ looks like he's holding pace behind JV right now. Three leaders as they are. Imri now making the move on Websy. Imri back into 4th place on those medium tyres. Imagine the soft tyres have worn away a fair bit as Lando goes to Websy again. Makes that pass for whammy. And chain the pit lane. So the first of our 3 lead cars comes into the pits. And we'll see what he changes on to the next 32 laps. Mediums. Chevy's going to rejoin here perhaps in P13, in P12, sorry. Back on the racetrack then, that would be P14, P13, P14. Alvar passes lap. Chain Motors is behind both Yogaloo and Obsessed. Up front, going to be at least for a half second. Imri now 3rd, Landlord 4th, Matthew 5th, Websy 6th. PJ holding off both 10th and Pope. And JV around to the top 10 in favour of EJ. Of course, the last point as it stands will be going to Obsessed Gamer. But Che will need to make that move to get back around him. It's past Yogaloo, will look to pass Obsessed too. Falls back going to Cops, so stay where he is. Landlord passing Imri for 3rd. 10th, Pope, PJ 3 wide. And 10th, narrowly wins out. Grumio then still leads. 20 laps done, but on the soft tyres, everything in the top 3. So that includes both Dan and Landlord as well. JB's into the pit lane here. Making his change. See what sort of tyres he goes for. Medium tyres for the Alpine. Is the one stop that's the strategy in mind here for a lot of these guys? I have to wait and see on that. Back in the pack in P19. course, one of the first few cars to make a stop. So, likely will rejoin as he was. But now that Che has always bitten the bullet, the question from here will be, when do Grumio and Dan pit? Imri again, Imri to the inside, takes the place back. EJ penalty. Pope passing PJ. And Imri coming in. Perhaps hard tyres might be the game plan now for the Haas driver. Of course, pit stall all the way at the end of the pit lane. The very tail end. Hard tyres going on. Che fastest lap. Che will reclaim place in the top 10. He's into P10 now. Imri will come out right with Cop potentially. Actually, quite a fair way in front of Cop. They're coming behind Alvar, Yorgaloo, Gamer, and it's Che in P10. Che closing on EJ. Like to go for that move going down towards turn 6. Control here. And Dan coming in. So both Ferraris have now made their stop. And we'll see if Che's strategy is paid off based on whereabouts he emerges in comparison to Dan. Lando coming in, Matthew coming in. Websy staying out, so Websy will take second. About 7 seconds off the lead. Dan, medium tyres onto that car. So where does Che emerge? Che's going down towards turn 1 now. And he comes out a fair bit in front of Dan, only just in front of Dan, sorry. Comes out about a second or so in front, so the longer Grumio stays out at this point, the more time he's losing compared to Che on the fresher tyres. Grumio and Webster then, still staying out. And those tyres must be crying out right now. Made them 8 seconds to the good. Websy's in. Pope, PJ, 10 for staying out. Those guys can go a bit longer in their tyres. And they'll pass obsessed. Che fastest up there, 29.960. Websy emerging from his pit box now. He will come out closely behind Lando and Matthew. He's lost time there. Good fighting here. Pope up in second place again. So yeah, it's a pit. We're 15 seconds in front right now. But when does he stop? I should think of it too long. challenging PJ here. All three cast out then. Let's run more with 10th and see how this battle plays out. Ted does make a lot of progress there as she continues on in 4th place. We'll see where Grumio comes through. Pit lane then for Grumio, in he comes. On the end of lap number 25 of this British Grand Prix, just about to get to the halfway point, and we'll see where things stack up now. Crucially for Grumio, because of course Che and Dan came in a few laps ago. 3 cars behind will stay out, and Che will be booking it here. Grumio making his change. Medium tyres going to that car. He can definitely run those to the end. Can Grumio stay out in time? He's got enough for lead here. Pope, for the first time today, leads the Grand Prix. Yet to pit, along with PJ in 10th. Che, fastest lap, asserting his intent here. Going towards turn 1. And Che into a net first place by a good few seconds here over Grumio. And damn, well, Alex was trying to keep Grumio at bay. Alvar there in P7 on the soft tyres. I'd like to look at one more stop today. Landlord P8, Matthew P9, Websy rounds up the top 10. Yokalu, then Cot, JB, Ben, Red J, Cottley Goblin, Obsess Gamer, EJ and Imri rounds up the order. Imri has a problem there. Had to pit again. And now at the back of the pack, a lot of work to do. That second stop, crucial things then. So up front then, Pope now holds the race lead. Let's go through the last couple of corners here. Che then with a decent advantage, 2 seconds to Dan right now. Crucial that Dan try and keep Imri, try and keep Grumio at bay for as long as possible. Try and avoid him getting up to the race leader. Still staying as they are right now. So only 6 cars here yet to make their stops this halfway mark, and all of them, as it stands right now, are on either mediums or hards. Red J still on those same hards he was on to start the race. But Che closing the gap now to the 3 cars in front. Pope PJ 10th. I'm thinking Imri may have put the wrong tyres on potentially. We didn't actually see what happened to Imri, so apologies there, but just think as to what could have happened. Putting that far back. Grumio passing down now. Going into Stowe. Caught the penalty. Che now knows he's got to navigate these 3. If he can do, he has to navigate these 3 cars quickly. And Dan will try and keep Grumio, get Grumio back behind him. in the second half of this race. Grumio fastest lap again inside of his intent there, 1:29.5 compared to Che's fastest lap, which was a 1:29.7. So it's 2 cents faster than than Che was. Grumio on his first full lap since that lap. PJ right on the tail of Pope still, holding on to that lead. But Che obviously in the net first place, 1.8 back from 10th right now. Alvar's got Landlord chasing him down. That's a P7. Matthew's got caught on his tail. Sorry, that's Websy, sorry. And caught about 7 seconds back. He's got some hard tyres going to the end. So we're past halfway then, and we've got... Oh, car off! There goes Pope off the other circuit. Big crash there. Safety car. And I wonder if his wheel might have gone. Big, quite dramatic shunt there out of turn 14. And the race is thrown up in the air now. PJ and 10th both coming in. And that must be highly frustrating for Pope. Everyone's coming in though. Everyone's coming in. This is set to be a very entertaining rest of the race. And this is now the order locked in that we've got. Well, well. That turned on its head mighty fast. So PJ then finds himself in the race lead in 10th and 2nd, Che in 3rd. And everyone going to fresh soft tyres that we now know can last the end of the race. Actually, there's a split in terms of tyres here. Some on soft, some on mediums. Depends on what they've got left. JB stays out. Let's try and get track position on those medium tyres. Pope then, unfortunately, out of the race. Big, big shunt. Out of turn 14. So when we get going, the likelihood we'll have about 20 laps to go. If not just over that. PJ now leads. He's on fresh, soft tyres. Hoping to get off the circuit. Reggie and Ben, the last two cars, out onto the track again. Grumio down P4 now. Che in P3. JB P5, and Dan, Alvar, Landlord, Matthew, Webster's on top 10. It's Cottony, Cott, Yogalu, Obsessed, Imri the top back in this race. EJ, Red J, and then Ben. Those are your 18 cars still running. And we'll see here how the rest of the race plays out. The second half of the race turned on its head completely there. Major bit of contact. Cottony Goblin and EJ, 10 seconds for ignoring yellow flag. Likely they'll be removed for the most coming in the pit lane. Tyre changes perhaps on off for those two cars. Cottony Goblin making his first stop of the Grand Prix onto a set of... Sorry, another set of mediums. This is... Okay, he's got to stop again then. This is his first stop of the race. He's got on to another set of medium tyres. EJ serving the penalty too. Obviously those two will get back to get to tail in the field again. Anyway, so no big concern there. May hold us for a lap or so before we get going again. Mediums for Cottony, softs for EJ. PJ Callow, who has just the one win to his name in the RBL. in the season 16 Brazilian Grand Prix, almost a year ago. At this point, almost a calendar year ago, we're getting more towards May sort of time. But he leads the way now. He's been presented with the opportunity to try and win this race. Likely, Che and Grumio will try and have up these two leaders in the restart. 10th will be hopefully on pace. So Sauber C44 then will lead the way. And also, the other one set at the tail end of the order. There is EJ emerging out of cops. Safety car in this laps. That's the state of play. And looking now for the restart. There'll be 22 laps to go here. And when does PJ try and go for this restart? We'd already seen up here on slightly worn tyres. He's got a chance to try and win this thing. Here we go. Backing him up. Green flag goes back in the air. And there goes PJ away. Green flag gets back up to full song here. Dan making a move on JB going towards turn 1. They're side by side there. The two cars 5th and 6th. Che and Grumio side by side. Going into turn 3. Grumio, big outbreaking on the outside. Has the inside before contact with Ted Cannon. And Grumio has managed to take that place away. They'll get to work here on those fresh soft tyres. It's Che's fresh mediums. PJ leads away. Grumio to the inside looking for second place. And he'll take second place. Che might try and challenge 10-2, 10th box up. Websy making a move behind them, passing Matthew. Matthew down 2 places here. Both Williams cars passing him here. Che and Grumio, they're both around 10th. We'll start to chase down the race leader. And through Cops, PJ. Well, his lead lasts a full lap. Down towards the turn, slow again. Grumio close, getting close all the time. But Che is right behind him and down now in P4 too. Sorry, 1-2 could still be on if these guys can try and dispatch Grumio. JB in challenging Landlord position. Landlord takes the place. Or holds onto it rather. And there goes Che on the outside of Grumio there looking through turn 18. DRS enabled. PJ about 6-7 tenths in front now. Imri fastest lap. He's P13 now. Trying to come back from the field. No penalties that help his case right now. And JB got a bit deep there. Through turn 3. Now goes Alvar to his outside. The lead change potential here at Silverstone once again. Grumio closing. Won't do it for now. JB and Alvar. There goes Cots. They won't see to the inside. Close to contact between the Williams and the McLaren. Close quarters here. Websy gives him room, but opens the door for Cop now. And Websy darting around from left to right here. And the Williams and McLaren dueling here on the runway for 7th for P8 in this race. JB in 7th pulling away, and Cop behind those guys going to try and counter. PJ still holding the lead right now. There goes Grumio closing in, forces the right side, takes the lead away. Che needs to get around PJ fast. Che's using a lot more with battery, and Grumio's been clinical with his. About half his tank left. JB passing Websy, Cott, and simultaneously passing Alvar. Top 6 on the train here. PJ still trying to have a podium here from this position. But whether he can keep those 2 Ferraris behind him. Yellow flag. Everyone's okay here. Oh, contact! Big crash! Off the last corner! Safety car again! And Ben goes around there. Collision with Matthew. Another safety car. Well, well. 2 safety cars, and it takes a few laps, and Grumio puts a barrier in the form of PJ Callaghan between him and Che. So let's take the car again. On lap 33. Now inside the last 3 laps of this race. Okay, right, so let's take the play. So we'll go through the full order one more here. Grumio leads from PJ then Che. It's Dan in 4th, Ted Cannon in 5th on that restart. Landlord 6th, and JB, Websy, Cott, and Obsessed Gamer rounds out the top 10. Alvar, then Imri, then EJ in the pit lane, and as well as Red J. So both the J's are in. Yogolus in P13 now, Cotney P14, then it's EJ P15, Red J P16, Matthew 17th, and Ben rounds up the order. So Matthew and Ben pitting in to repair damage, most likely. Red J gets back on the racetrack. Ben wants to say it play for his McLaren. Front wing's gone. So that's been a change for number 12. Penalty there for a severe collision. Matthews away. Ben just arrived. Fresh front wing going on for Ben, and he is away. There we go. So those 4 cars will join back in the order. We'll have a race again. I'm hearing a bit of discomfort here involving Obsessed Gamer as of right now. Maybe I was overtaking Imbri and Alvar under the safety car. I wonder if the game bugged and says to him, it said pass. I think Obsessed is lagging a fair bit here, which could be a concern, given them close together. He's in P10 right now, so I'm actually won't want to give this one up. It looks like he's lagging, and he's sort of been left to make those 2 passes. Let's see what the game plan is for those guys on the race restart. So on to lap 35 then. 17 laps to go. Sorry, that's like 18 laps. 17 pushing the next across the line. Now, Grumio's game here will just be to try and get the checker flag and try and get a nail on the restart. But we've seen him be excellent on these race restarts. He's got PJ directly behind him and Che in 3rd. Che's objective is to try and get around PJ as quickly as he can and try to avoid losing too much time to the RB in front, the V car. In terms of penalties, the state of play there. So 6 seconds for JB, Cott, Yogolu, EJ and Ben. And Matthew has 3 seconds as of right now. Of course, the 10 seconds for both Ben, both Ben and Matthew are served in the pit lane. I think we'll see if Obsessed can get the places back. And yes, okay, so there we go. Problem is resolved. Alvar is back in the points. Imri's in P11. So that problem has been solved, and waiting now on Red Jet to close up and another restart. I believe we might be getting Pope in shortly. So So Megan's asking about what happened, and hopefully we'll have him with us here to the checkered flag. But hopefully the safety car won't come in. We'll give him a bit of time to show up. We might get one more lap, depending on when Red J closes up. Red J's pushing through Magnussen and Beckett now. Safety car might come in time now. He's close. Safety car stays on the racetrack, so one more lap. Behind the safety car, it'll be 16 laps to go. Next when we cross it to get underway. And we will be all set. Let's look at your tyres. And it's sort of split as it was earlier on in terms of who's on what. But again, soft's a dominant choice. It's actually a straight up medium's the dominant choice, I think, only just. There's 9 cars on mediums, there's 7 cars, so 8 cars on softs, and 1 car on the hards. Almost so quite similar to the sample size we had earlier, but obviously last time it was in favour of the soft tyre. Those tyres perhaps not so fresh now after the few laps we've done behind the safety car. Obviously, the majority of tyres won't be worn at this point. But you know, up and close and personal with the safety car. And truthfully, just wanted to get away so we can go racing again. We should be able to this time, but Courtney Goblin did pit again. But I think he should catch up before we get a restart. No side purpose of yet. And we'll keep an eye on Obsessed, or at least the drivers are keeping their eye on Obsessed in terms of the lap, in terms of any lagging prior to the restart. Che hanging back a little bit here. But to avoid a penalty for falling too far back. So trying to get some Beckett's in for likely the last time on the safety car. And there we go then. Safety car coming in this lap. We're then backing the entire field up here. Down the hanger straight. Courtney Goblin practically stationary on the run down towards turn 15. This is going to be all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the whole race has been lining up for. Grumio leads them. It's going now! Very early jump from Grumio, but he's gone. 6/10 is good already. And he's caught everyone unawares, and now Che is second behind him. Green flag is back in the air, Grumio is away. And has he just crushed the restart to perfection? Perhaps the best restart we've seen of him in quite a while. He's almost a second out of DRS range already. Che needs to get to work now, because he's got to get around PJ as quickly as he possibly can to keep himself in the chance of winning this race. Imrie taking P10 from Alvarez to go out of position. Grumio though, second in front of PJ already. Che needs to get around him. Keep an eye now on the Ferrari as he rounds turn 7 through left field and down towards Woodcote again. And look at that commanding lead now as Evernas runs single file. Imrie penalty there. And that won't help his case. PJ in second place still. Che a half second behind him right now. But can't burn energy uselessly trying to close him up. He's going to need to get DRS this next lap round. Which he should get going down towards turn 6. Websy passing JB further back. Matthew making the pass to his teammate Yokalu. What a race this is. Caught on the inside. Looking for 8th place. Switching back on JB. On the inside there going into turn 18. Good move from Cott to keep himself in the fight for that position. Going into turn 1. Still there. Oh, contact! Both cars save it. JB holds on to the spot for now, but Cott will keep him under pressure. Grumio now 1.8 seconds in front of PJ. Che is looking to get DRS now and close that gap. Won't go for it just yet. Stays in line for a bit longer. Cott to the inside of JB again. Good scrap there. Cott taking the place. Moving up back behind his teammate Websy. Slotting in for P8. P7 for Websy. Landlord. 10th Cannon still in the top 5. There's Dan and Che in third. PJ second and Grumio continuing to extend his lead. And I wonder, ladies and gentlemen, if this race is over a bit earlier than we might have expected here. Short for another safety car. Che's the inside, making the pass now. And Dan following him through. But now there's work to do. The two Ferraris need to have to get their skates on now and close 2.5 seconds to Grumio, or hope that he gets a penalty, or those soft tyres run out. Grumio in the case now trying to control this Grand Prix. It was an excellent restart. He played that to perfection. I think that's probably the earliest I've ever seen anyone go on a restart here at Silverstone. Cotty Goblin penalty. Bennett retires. Pulls the car into the pit lane. He's out. That's 2 retirees in this Grand Prix. Dan making a pass on Che here for second place. That's to go, that's it. Now there's Dan trying to set up after Grumio perhaps. Ben's car rejoin the circuit and pull over. That'll be it from 3 seconds now for the Grumios. The two Ferraris fight. PJ sitting right behind these guys. We're trying to get 12 points for Sauber. He's already scored 44 this season. This would be 56 for him if he can stay where he is. Top 7, no penalties in them right now. Che gets back around down. There goes it. Well, Landlord's into the 10th. To the back, Websy holding Cott, JB and Imri at bay. JB a bit deep there, going through Stowe. Behind them, Matthew holding off Alvar. They're going to join this train as Cott looks to try and challenge his teammate on corner exit. On to lap 40 then. Still 3 seconds between Grumio and Che. And again they go at it. Dan making the pass. Still in complete control. Into second still with Che. Hunting once again with the DRS. Does he get closer this time to go for a move? Doesn't get closer this time. Stays behind his teammate. PJ there, swing go right to take P4, take a podium still. Cott makes the pass on Websy. Imri passing JB. Several overtakes being made here. In the space of one corner. That's how effective the DRS is going towards Stowe. It's such a good overtaking corner there. Che being challenged by PJ now for third place. Does Landlord try and fight his way into the podium as well? 3.7 the gap now. Che passing down again. And PJ with DRS when it's in play just can't get involved. But does he try and just throw it in on whichever Ferrari loses this battle that's going on between the pair of them right now? They're just swapping places right now. Just defending P2 and P3. So again, they'll still gain points to my mind in the Constructors' Championship, but only a few if they're lucky. Actually, they don't actually lose points. I think as it stands, they'll lose 3 off their lead. And of course, Grimio will expand his lead by another 7 in the Drivers' Championship. Is that 7 or is that 8? It's 8 points. So 48 points to the opposite stands. EJ, 3 seconds, multiple warnings. It's not his first penalty race, is it? He's got 9 seconds now. So the first car's going to be on 9. Down passing Che. The gap here looks to have settled down here. Grimio not gaining as much this time anymore. Two Williams cars running nose to tail in P7, P8. Imri in P9. JB behind him in 10th. The 14 prey to Matthew perhaps. No reserves for the top 10, so everyone is as they are. Obviously penalties will play into the matter for drivers like Imri, Cott and JB. Matthew and EJ may, as a result, take points pay in place at home. But those points will then go to the highest finishing full-time drivers behind them that will then make up the top 10. Matthew challenging JB here to go through turns 3 and 4. On the outside on corner exit, Matthew looking to try and pull clear, going through turn 5. JB over the curb there. DRS in play for both cars. Alvar closing in on them as well. Yogalu 3 seconds, 9 seconds for him now too. So it's likely that neither one of those 2 cars to score points today. Every chance could be looking at another point for Obsessed potentially, if he stays where he is. He's currently, to my mind, he's within 3 seconds of the last points per Carl Matthews, so he can try to avoid any penalties. It could be another point for Mercedes too. Red J still hunting for his first points of the season, but Strachey's not gone his way today. Starting those hard tyres, hasn't really had to pace it out. Grimio losing a bit of time on this lap. On lap 42, he's down to 3.6 seconds now. If these 2 Ferraris can stop fighting and one of them just sets after the race leader, they might catch him. They've got to stop fighting each other, I think. So into the final 10 laps now here at Silverstone. Getting their 6th place through turn 2. PJ holding strong right now, doing a fantastic job taking advantage of things strategy-wise. JB stayed out. Jamie Cars have done so under the first safety car. Che closing it again, makes the pass. Grimio's lead extends to 4 seconds again. I think at this point Grimio's just got the pace. Train here. Matthew, JB, Alvar, EJ, Obsessed. And I think that Obsessed needs to get around Alvar here, or hope that Imri perhaps gets another penalty. Everyone's staying where they are right now. On to that 44. That 44 in this race, 4.2 seconds to the gap now. Checking the gaps here. Alvar side by side now, looking for the place. JB takes it. I think Alvar needs to make that pass in order to try and guarantee that last place in the points. Alvar, as it sounds, will likely take that place. Obsessed needs to get around both JB and EJ in order to take that last place. Or if either Imri or Cott perhaps have problems. The gap for Cott as it stands, it's close for Obsessed. Keep an eye on the Mercedes cars later on. We'll see if one of those two try and get some points. Top 16 as they are, and we've got Pope arriving here. Pope, welcome along. Obviously, Kimi's racing to Antonio.
What can you do? Obviously, yeah, it is what it is. But that's what you get when, for some reason, the game just wants to kick you out. So you always fight with one hand behind your back. However, we did as best as we could.
I'll say the solid job. The pace was definitely there. I think. He fought you back from the start.
Yeah, obviously P3 in qualifying, which was great, and obviously, yeah, first couple of laps were great until the disconnect. However, what can you do? These people are still racing the 45 out of 52 laps, which is absolutely incredible, and obviously a huge amount on the grid, still chugging their way around. So incredible to see.
Obviously, one of those cars a bit faster than the rest of them. Grimio 4.2 to good as it stands, on to take another victory this season. Che in second place, Dan still in third as it stands. Of course, those three have been the class to be on, I'd say, today.
Yeah, obviously, I think starting on those soft tyres really helped them obviously get a gap from myself, and then once I had that disconnect, as soon as I always say, as soon as we're out that DRS, it's really hard, especially when they've got the pace of these three and the teamwork of the two Ferraris. But yeah, Grimio's been the cream of the crop undoubtedly today.
I think I'd say, honestly, at this point in the race, there's 7 laps to go. He's on course to win. The shot's been going wrong. I'd say it wasn't the second restart, the one this race won. It was the first one, before the second safety car, because he got through, managed to get around PJ where Che couldn't, and obviously from there was able to put a barricade between himself and the Ferrari who's been chasing him all day, and has been able to expand his lead. So I'd say the first restart was one in this race.
Oh, definitely. I mean, well, speaking of PJ and 10th as well, they are the big two winners from that safety car, well, the safety car periods. So I'm sure they're quite happy to be riding high in the points, but you have to be there to win it, and that's the look of the draw, especially in these 100% races.
Without doubt, two Williams cars in the behind right now. I'm looking at further down the order, because in terms of penalty, Cess has got one now. Okay, I was looking at the two Mercedes cars thinking, could have Cess try and nab some points in the late stage? I think chances are that point will go to Alvar. I think they're fighting for P10. I have to keep an eye out in terms of penalties. We've got a number of them on 6 and 9. PJ got one now. And that might impact him in terms of knocking out 2 or 3 places behind those two.
Yeah, a couple of places indeed for PJ. Obsessed is. I don't know what happened there on my screen. Obsessed is lagging a little bit, but.
Deep there. Oh. Yeah.
I just
saw it as well.
Yeah. Okay. At least I'm not my own. But I'm not too sure if Matthew's a reserve.
He is.
You would. Okay, brilliant. So Alvar is actually currently in the last points position, which is obviously amazing, and 0 penalties for Alvar. So very good job there in that McLaren.
He's one of 7 drivers today to not get a penalty in this Grand Prix in terms of cars who are still running on the racetrack. I believe Ben had 1 or 2. I don't think you had any, did you?
No, I was not even a single warning, to my knowledge.
Wow, fair play. Well,
what can I say?
Sorry, go on,
Yeah, what can I say? Just a good driver when everything wants to work for me.
I mean, I could go and double check with the amount of warnings and penalties that have been adapted in the race director. I'm not going to go and look at that. 10th passing.
Yeah, I think that's be a lot.
10th making the move.
That would be a lot.
5th place in the order. Sorry, I'm sort of cutting you off, continuing on with the action as it stands on the racetrack. But 10th, about a second back from Lando right now. So running out DRS range, just could find herself under fire. Not just from PJ again, from Websy, Cott, Imri's further back though. But the Sauber and the 2 Williams cars, those are the ones.
Yeah, looking at the Sauber of PJ as well, big store of energy. So in these last few laps, that's going to come in real handy. But 10th has just seemed to pull away a little bit, a bit more confident. But PJ's car has been absolutely rapid in a straight line. All races have gone 3 wide.
Websy through both cars, double whammy. Excellent stuff. And 10th running back into 8th. I said she was under fire.
Amazing. You did indeed, and that was an incredible bit of racing here.
Commentators curse perhaps the best way possible, but continue on then. Websy now in P5, and PJ and Cott, they're P67. 10th would like to get those 2 places back regardless, but obviously I'm sure she'd like to finish in front of those 2 cars. And she can still do it, because obviously there's still plenty of time to get those 2 back.
Yeah, no, you are right. It's for 10th. Don't do anything silly to compromise your position, because you're still in that DRS, and DRS is so powerful. So obviously kept saying. But I have to say, this track is always incredible for the racing, but the racing today has been like amazing. 2 wide, 3 wide moments, pretty much every single lap. It's been a joy to obviously race for a majority of and watch for this small part.
I'd have to agree. Obviously, I get the wonderful perspective of being sat up here the entire way, so it's been thoroughly enjoyable today. Silverstone is always one of my favourite circuits to come to, and this just proves why. The modifications made to the circuit from F1 23 to 24 have been nothing short of fantastic for racing, and just in general, we continue on having great Grand Prix here.
Yeah, speaking of fantastic racing, Landlord right up behind these 2 Ferraris now. So this is going to be very hard. This is crucial for RB in the championship. Obviously, I think they are still quite a bit away in the constructors. However, you will have to bear with me. I've not been here for a few weeks, so I have kind of fallen a bit out of my knowledge. But Landlord really does need to get past these 2. Yeah, they're only 14 points actually off, so this could be really crucial for that constructors championship.
Try and nail a 1-2 in the closing laps here, but Landlord has got to deal with 2 Ferraris that have been almost practically stuck together, practically super glued together over the course of the day. But of course, they're going back and forth a lot since this second restart with sort of Grumio pulled away. I wonder if Chase sort of concluded he wasn't going to win the race after that, so just sort of gone back and forth with Dan. This is fighting like we haven't seen between these 2 for about the first half of the race, but as a result, they've obviously lost the lead to Grumio, and Landlord is closing in, so it could try to both of them.
Yeah, Che, a massive slide through there. And yeah, I think it's a bit weird. I think their tyres are hitting their own grooves at certain times. Obviously, Che's on the mediums and Dan's on the softs. But this is just costing time to Landlord. And Landlord won last week, obviously, in Austria. So is back on good form.
I think, honestly, you could do a Grumio coming back and the back end both those tops, try and help you get around them, I think. A bit more team play.
I mean, yeah, but after 52 laps, I think Grumio is just going to want to cross that line as quickly as possible. As obviously Dan passing Che and Landlord trying to go around the outside of Che. That was very close, and Cart obviously making a move now past Websy 2.
We've seen 1 or 2 switchbacks going through Stowe on corner exit. Not all of them have come to fruition, but the attempt is there, and that's the fantastic thing I think about obviously the DRS going in down the hanger straight towards turn 15. But 3 laps to go now. Grumio 4.5 to go. That lead has definitely stopped opening up quickly, but it's still opening up bit by bit. And as Dan and Chase still fight, I think Landlord would be worth trying to save a bit of battery and go with both of them on the last lap, perhaps. Would that be an idea?
That is what I would be thinking, yeah. But obviously, you can't put off the pressure too much because they are teammates and they are going to be communicating with each other, no doubt.
This late in the game, it would be easy for a mistake to be made. Of course, we got 50 laps in this thing. But obviously, these races are a sense of endurance. Grumio is going on to win a 3rd one here. He's going to have won every single 100% event we've done in this season. So, almost very similar to Max Verstappen with the sprint races. In fact, he just never seems to lose those.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's obviously we've seen him do it on 50%ers, and now to see him do it on 100%ers, even though maybe it should be 2 out of 3, but I'll save that one to myself.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, no, it is incredible, and you have to, like I say, you have to be in there. You have to be in the pot to win the lucky dip. So.
He's in a sandwich.
It's a good place to be, obviously, upper position, but that is so risky now to be in the Ferrari sandwich because they can control your pace, undoubtedly. So maybe a little bit too early to have made that first move.
He's got 2 laps to get around Che here, so not long left to go. Grumio now 4.1 behind in front of the stands. I think that lead's gone down a little bit. It's gone back and forth recently. Dan comes close to contact. Not sure he tapped Landlord's RB there going into turn 3, but he got all out of shape there going through the right-hander. Websy behind this, we've got that massive train in Cop, PJ 10th, and then Imre back behind him as well. Matthew further back, and Alvar. Then Obsessed. It's going to be close in terms of penalties. Whether Obsessed is trying to have a late point, you have to wait and see. You never know. In terms of who's got what, there's Matthew, obviously the 6 seconds there. Cott's got 6 seconds. I'm not sure that'll impact too much. I have to wait and see at the flag. Because anything could happen from him here to the checkers.
Yeah, this final bit, but look at Obsessed and EJ going tooth and nail there through. Is it Woodcote? I believe.
Yes,
I'm not too sure.
That bit that went through theirs is Woodcote. The right hand of the ground after
brilliant.
the 10-6 is Luffield.
Luffield, yeah. So I sort of knew. But yeah, that was incredible battling between the Sauber and the Ferrari. But there is fights all over the gaff, and even the Mercedes and the Red Bull of Cottony and Reggie racing spectacularly there. Even though they're likely to get any points, even post penalties, they're still giving it their all after these 52 laps.
JB down the inside has just made 2 passes going down towards Stowe. Looking back at the fight between EJ and Obsessed, JB's come through and taken both of them here. But last lap for Grumio, he's come through to take the bell. 1 more to go. Landlord is has got Dan right up his chuff going to turn 3, but he's fallen away from Che a little bit, about half a second back. I wonder if he's got anything left for the Ferrari driver. I think you might be right, probably. I think he might have made that move too soon.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's going to be really hard. I mean, for Landlord, you have to just look at behind. Just make sure you don't get overtaken by Dan. Dan is just trailing and mimicking every move that Landlord does to make sure he's in that slipstream.
Don't you just love the final lap at Silverstone as Che, bit of a wobble there going through Luffield. And down towards Woodcote now, the right-hander going towards Copse. Grumio's reaching Copse for the final time as Che emerges on the cameras. JB, another penalty there for him. That's 9 seconds. That could open things up potentially for cars further back. Have to wait and see. You know, all become clear when everyone crosses the line. But Dan looks to try and get Landl back one last time here. But as Landl tries to make the move on Che, closing in on the last DRS straight this Grand Prix. Dan penalty. And that could cost him a bit. Che weaving to try to keep Landl away. I think he might have just held him. Landl to the outside, to the inside. Che almost out of shape there. Caught him disqualified as he crossed the line. Grumio comes through the last couple of corners now to take another victory to go 3 for 3 in 100% races this season. Grumio wins the British Grand Prix. Che came so close to go back-to-back in this race. Will finish second and lose more ground in the championship. Landl third, Dan fourth. Websy will take fourth in the end. Then 10th is in fifth. Dan sixth. PJ seventh. Imri eighth. Cott ninth. Where do the points leave us in terms of the rest of the order? Alvar will likely take P10.
That was crazy, and then Obsessed up into P12 post penalties, but wow, that was a really late move there by Che and Landlord.
Those two were dangerously close in that run up to Stowe. Good race there. Very, very solid. Silverstone never disappoints.
It really, really does not. 52 laps, everyone should be, as I always say, very proud of themselves to complete these 100% races. They are tough. So, very well done.
Grumio then goes 48 points clear in the World Championship after that victory. Cockney Goblin takes in-game driver of the day. Pope, if you had to give me a driver of the day, who would you go for?
That is really tough. I'm going to say 10th. I think playing that long game on the medium tyres, she obviously stuck it out and got a P5 at the end. That is an incredible, incredible result from fighting for one singular point before the safety car to obviously gaining a handful towards the end.
Honestly, I was going to say either PJ or 10th, but you've put it to me there. I think I have to agree with you. But obviously, I think the moment that perhaps won the race, as you said, was probably the first safety car restart, but the second one, Grumio nailed that. I think that's the earliest I've ever seen him go. And you never quite know with Grumio when he's going to make that move on the race restart, but he nailed that one completely. A complete turnaround from what he normally does, and that's another victory in the bag for him in this campaign. It's been a remarkable effort from everyone saying he made the flag. And there we go then. Grumio raises the trophy, another victory this season, and going closer and closer to taking a 9th Races Driving League champion. If this goes through, then have won half the seasons RDR's ever contested.
That is silly numbers. Absolutely silly.
He's obviously got over 100 race wins too. If I check my notes in terms of what we've got, by which I mean check the Hall of Fame in the server, because I don't write notes because I'm not that good at commentary in that respect. Grumio has won this Grumio's with 108th career victory in the RDL, and that's from 265 races.
That is.
He's in shock. Listen to him.
That is, yeah.
I'll say it.
I don't know.
I'll say it again. 265 races, including today's. 108 wins.
That is crazy. That's 40% conversion rate.
Thank you, Pope, for the, the stats there. Much appreciated. We have got post-race interviews coming in now, and we'll come now, first of all, to 10th Cannon, who finished in P5 in the end. 10th, well done there, taking full advantage of the safety car. What was the reaction when that came out?
I think it was just, oh my god, there's a safety car. I'm not going to finish 10. It was very well-timed safety car for me and PJ, who were on the same strategy. Unfortunately, it came at the expense of Pope, who I really wanted to see do well today. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it at all, and to be able to run with the leaders afterwards, I don't know. I don't know how any of this happened. I'm kind of in shock.
Fair enough. I mean, sometimes results just come through, and that is how it goes. But obviously, another 100% race in the books. How was the how was it? Obviously, endurance is a big part of these races. Are you exhausted or?
I'm alright, to be honest. Better than Monaco. I was expecting to get a cramp halfway through, and it didn't really come through until the last 12 laps. So I think either I'm getting better at this, or Britain is just not so much of a taxing track, I guess. I don't know. It was a fun race though. It was a nice, easy track to do. It was alright in terms of penalties as well. Staying on track wasn't difficult, so didn't really have to worry about that for the hour and a half that the race went for.
So looking ahead, because we've still got 3 more of these races coming up. In those races will be Monza, then I believe Mexico, and then Abu Dhabi at the end of the season. To my mind, those are the only 3 that are left. Yes, that is correct. So any races there we're looking at in terms of 1 to scoring?
What was that? What was the last question? Sorry.
So in terms of 100% races, there's Monza, Mexico, and then Abu Dhabi left. So do you reckon we can score at those 3 races in particular?
I'm not actually going to be here for Monza. I'm on holiday in a couple of weeks, so I'm unfortunately missing that one. But Mexico is a track I've historically been quite good at. In another league, it's where I have my only win in that. Oh no, it's not my only win. Oh no, I don't know. My memory's gone. But it's a track I like, and a track I think I can be good at if I practice hard enough, or if I just drive well enough. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm really liking these 100% races. It's a really nice shake-up from the arrive, do a couple laps in quali, do 40 minutes of racing and go, that most leagues seem to have gone for nowadays.
And we'll come back to in terms of a slightly closer, more immediate future. In terms of next week in Hungary, what's the game plan there? Is it Hungary a good track?
Yes, I think so. It's a track I like and a track I think I'm pretty good at. So whether that actually comes to fruition, I don't know. I don't know how everyone else is around here. So fingers crossed, I do good. I guess that's all I can really do.
Fair enough, yeah, that's all you can really ask for. Well, good job on the P5 then, good job
No.
taking advantage of
Thank you.
what was going on around you. We'll come now to Red J, who I think had a slightly more frustrating home race than most. Red J, obviously, commiserations, perhaps things didn't quite go to plan today. In terms, I did want to ask you, in terms of strategy, what was the game plan starting on the hard tyre?
Well, yeah, to go for something a little bit different. I used the hard tyre in practice and I really liked it. So I thought I'll use it for the race and I'll just go with something completely different to what the rest are going for because, you know, let's be completely honest with ourselves here. What is the point of me going for the medium or the soft tyre when got 2 seconds off the leader? There's literally just no point at all. So I thought may as well try the hard because it felt quite good in practice, and I don't really regret my decision. I don't think I would have raced any better if I'd have started on the mediums or the soft. Just a very uncompetitive race from myself, which is obviously a massive disappointment, but got to the finish line, which is obviously good to see. Had a good battle with Cottony throughout the race. Obsessed. I think we're in with a chance of maybe a points finish because I don't think, unless you're going to correct me here, Zach, I'm not sure though. I have a feeling that Matthew, who finished, where did Matthew finish? 11th was it in the end? Yeah, he finished 11th.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a full-time driver. Yes, is he?
He's not, so Obsessed will gain a place from that, but Alvar
He's
managed
not.
to get 10th place. So I'm not too sure.
Right. Well, we're just gonna see if there was any. Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna see if there's anything to come from the stewards report. If we can have a look at, potentially sneaking a points finish with Obsessed. That's great for that fight with with the Astons. So we'll see. But I think Matthew's got a really, really good future within the league to finish 11th again. Very competitive. It's only a matter of time, I think, before he gets a seat. Yogaloo. He's been a little bit disappointing the past few races, but there's still tremendous talent in him as well. I think the Aston team have got two really, really good drivers, just a little bit inconsistent. 10th, brilliant. P5, fantastic. And then Obsessed as well. Again, really solid quality performance, and pretty much matched that within the race, which was good to see.
And also, I'll always commend you on having drivers to praise when you do come along in here. In terms of next week for Hungary, I mean, Hungary's one. Correct me if I'm wrong here, because I could be horribly wrong, but I feel like isn't Hungary one of your slightly better tracks, or am I wrong there?
No, I hate it. I hate everything about it. I can't stand it. It's Monaco in a field. It's impossible to overtake. It's got horrible slow turns. I can never find the right balance for it. I absolutely hate it. And I might not be racing anyway next week, not to use that as an excuse. But I think the timing has come quite well, where I've got a commitment where I can't attend that race. But I mean, it's the worst track on the calendar, I think. Although saying that, I think I have had a decent race there before. It's weird, isn't it? Sometimes the tracks that you dread the most, sometimes you can get your best results from. I mean, I would cry to do a 100% race on that, because I mean, my wrists after doing this race, I can already feel them. But yeah, what's after Hungary?
After Hungary, it is. Where's my calendar again? I took it off my screen as you asked.
Belgium.
It is Belgium next. Yes.
Belgium.
Oh, well, there's a proper track, so. If anyone wants to see actually Belgium, have a look at the 1989 F1 Hungarian Grand Prix. I think Thierry Boutsen won it, and literally it's just a train for the whole race, and that's what it's going to be like next week. So if you want to see what next week's race is going to be like, watch the 1989 Hungarian Grand Prix, and literally no one could overtake him for the whole race. So yeah, a little bit of classic F1 for you to get your teeth stuck into. You know what? I'm in a good mood though, because obviously Adrian Newey started today, didn't he? So, so I'm very excited as a Lance fan, of course, if he's still on the grid next season. So,
should be.
Anyway, enough about real life F1, about the race. Not a great performance, but hopefully if Obsessed can get some points, that'd be great.
We'll have to wait and see. Well, hopefully things go slightly better either next week in Hungary or if you come back to Belgium, we'll obviously see you then. Obviously, Obsessed will come now to Obsessed, who obviously is coming close to points. Potentially could see potentially a change in the stewards room again. Obsessed, will we pleased the pace today? Because I thought you said there wasn't a lot of practice this one.
Yeah, I was really, really happy with the pace that I had today. I think I was maybe a little slow coming out of the corners and turns, but I think overall it was really good.
I think I have to agree. I mean, we've done 3 of these 100% races. Obviously, I think you've been here for all 3 of them, haven't you? I mean, how have you found them so far, just overall?
They've been really fun. It hasn't been as arduous as I thought they were going to be. I thought that they were going to be a lot more tiring than they are, at least for me. But they've been super fun. I've liked having the ability to, actually catch back up after spinning or getting caught out by a safety car or penalty. Like, that's always a great option. Just being able to catch back up and not have to be stuck at the back like you would in a regular 50%.
Speaking of, I was going to ask, in terms of that second safety car, were you involved in that at all? Because I thought I saw you nearby, but I wasn't sure if you actually got a piece of it. So did you catch anything there?
I know. Who was it between? It looked like an orange car and I don't know what other car.
I mean, so from
But
what
I
saw,
think
was
it
Ben and Matthew,
happened.
I think. So
Okay.
Aston
I
Martin,
think
perhaps?
it was right in front of me, I think, but they kind of just went off to the sides. And then I thought it was just going to be a yellow flag. Like, I thought they cleared off the track and everything. But then as I got down the start finish straight, it got a safety car. So, I wasn't sure what happened there.
To be fair, it caught me by surprise, so I don't think that they'd put another one out. In terms, last thing, in terms of next week going into Hungary, are we looking at potentially same sort of pace next week?
hopefully, I'm not sure how it's all gonna play out because our time zone it changes this weekend, and I think we lose an hour,
Okay.
and your guys' doesn't change until the 30th. So I'm not sure if that means that I'm gonna have to like start an hour earlier than I normally would, or what. So there's a potential that for the next like 2 races, I'm not here for qualifying, but should be here for the race. But we'll just see how that all plays out.
Have to wait and see, indeed. But also, like I say, good job on the pace. I think obviously Reggio was also very vocal in his obviously how pleased he was in terms of the pace. And like we say, potentially if the steward, if things go perhaps Mercedes way in the steward's room, you could see perhaps another point on Natalia. I think it would be good for the pair. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Hopefully.
great.
Hopefully. And sorry, can I just make one very, very slight correction? Apologies to anyone who has sat there and started to watch the 1989 Hungarian Grand Prix. It was actually 1990, so apologies if I've wasted anyone's time.
That's all right. I don't know if you've got that far into the race. You're all good. Oh, we got later into it. We got Matthew in the chat. Matthew, welcome, mate. Can you hear us? Give me just a second. Matthew, you here with us? Can you hear us? Anything at all? Well, this is awkward.
You know, I'm still here for an interview, Zach.
Right, yeah. I mean, I can. We sort of went over it a little bit in the, or sort of during the winding down laps of the race. But obviously, yeah, in terms of what actually happened and behind the wheel of the crash, what actually went down in the cockpit?
I'm not too sure.
I
I
was
think I
wondering
had
too.
damage from when I was like lagged out, because from before I lagged out and after I lagged out, the car was like vastly different, which was a very bizarre feeling. But then I just think I just lost it on the curve. It was just one of those of obviously having a chip on your shoulder and being lagged out. You're pushing like 110% and trying to break away from obviously Temv and PJ. Just over pushed it and went into a wall, which is a shame. But what can you do?
Fair enough. I mean, yeah. So I haven't got really a lot of questions to you. I mean, obviously you've done through the 100% races as well. I think we both agree that you like those, yeah? You like the 100% races? Obviously one of them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think I have a little bit of a biased opinion because of the track it was, but yeah, I'm a little bit unlucky because Japan was amazing. I loved Japan. Japan was so much fun. Good result as well. Monaco, obviously, that was the result. Really, in my heart, I still won. So even though points might not show it, I still won that race. So I'm happy with that. And then obviously Silverstone was going well until things above my control happened. So yeah, they're a really good change, and I'm glad to see them in the league.
Last thing, obviously Hungary next week. Of course, you've won Hungary in the past, season 12, a very entertaining finish between you and I believe it was you, Dan, and Grumio, to my mind. Based on that.
Yeah, I still watch it every night.
Before bed, yeah, it gets you to sleep, does it?
It really does, yeah, and obviously won it last season, so.
That is true, yes. However, that was that obviously, as I mentioned several times last season, all of the wins you took were post penalty. So are we going to see when a race actually being the first over the line this time around, or?
Not a chance, no.
Okay,
No,
there we go.
If my luck for this season is to continue, I really don't think If I do win, I'll be very surprised. But it probably is that and Monaco are my strongest tracks. I mean, by qualifying, I can't actually remember how much I out-qualified by, but I think it was like a significant amount for the track. So I'm quick round here. I can win it. I've won it multiple times. So yeah, I do hope I can do something at least.
Also the last 1-2 for you and Imri is a pairing, so I have to try and get back to that form. Well, there's your Ian's. Are you happy now?
Oh, I'm more than happy, thank you.
Okay, and then last thing then before we come off, has anyone got a word of the race to put forward or not? And I'll find either way.
Fun.
Fun's a good one. We haven't even used fun before. Yeah, fun's a good one.
We've never used fun because I've always thought it was quite basic. But you know what? That works perfectly. I like fun. FUN. That works nicely indeed. So if those of you who are still in the chat, make sure to type the word fun in the chat. And also, if you're watching, so obviously you're watching this post stream, then type the word fun in the chat and let us know what you're having on your pancakes tomorrow, because it is Shrove Tuesday tomorrow.
Oh, he gave it the official name as well. Official name.
What are you always having in your pancakes? Obsessed, I'm not sure if you guys do this, but they're obviously pancake day for us. So, Pope, Roger, give me your thoughts.
Ooh,
Blueberries.
that's a good question. I think
Blueberries.
a little.
Okay.
I will go with some vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Choice.
Okay. I'm going to the shop in the morning. Okay, that's what's going on tomorrow. I'm going for all.
I respect it.
Nah, I normally do some sort of syrup. I normally do like a strawberry or a chocolate
Oh
syrup.
yeah, a bit of syrup, a bit of vanilla ice cream. Yeah.
Golden syrup. I've done that before. That's good in the pancake.
Rumptious.
Have you guys ever mixed chocolate chips with your pancakes before you like bake them?
What do you mean? As in like doing like in the batter almost, or?
Yeah, put the chocolate chips in the batter next time you mix it up, and then when you I don't know if you like. I don't want to say grill them, but put them in a pan, I guess. Yeah. To bake them. If you just do that, then they'll come out nice and melted, and they taste delicious.
You know what? At some point, whether it's pancake day or not, I will try that. I promise you.
So there you are. You've just watched 52 laps of Silverstone and some incredible cuisine cuisine information by Obsessed. It was just drove the 52 laps of Silverstone. That is only in the RDL, ladies and gentlemen.
And I think I think of a better way to cap that one off. So nice one, guys. That'll do it then this evening, ladies and gentlemen, for the Racers Driving League Season 18, Round 12 of Silverstone. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more future RDL content and more future Zach RC content. Still a whole half of the season to go. Plenty of time, things to happen. You have an absolutely fantastic evening. Enjoy the rest of the evening and enjoy your pancakes tomorrow. And we will see you soon. Goodbye.